Bond, James Bond. So hi. So today I'm going to rank all 25 James Bond movies from what today. So this is my personal list, my personal ranking. So don't get mad at me if my ranking don't match up with your ranking. Um, so let's have a lively discussion, a friendly conversation, and comment down below. And let me know, are you a casual fan or a big fan of the James Bond franchise? And how would you rank all 25 James Bond movies? And let me also say that there's two other James Bond movies that I will not be adding to the list because there's two other James Bond movies that are not part of the franchise. That's why some people say official 25 official James Bond movies. Because the two other James Bond movies that are not part of the franchise, because they're made by different companies. One is the actual James Bond movie called Never Say Never Again, and I would say it is the James Bond movie. It is a James Bond movie. Never Say Never Again, and I would say a lot of people know about this movie, cause a lot of people, cause what you know about this movie. It came out the same year as Octopussy, and it got Sean Connery back at James Bond, and it's a remake of Thunderball. And what's the reason why it's not part of the franchise? Because it's not made by MGM, the James Bond company. Okay, that's why if you buy the box set, and James Bond box set, it don't come with it on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K and the James Bond box set. Okay, but if everything ever again would have if everything ever again would have been made by uh, MGM, then No Time to Die would have been the 26th James Bond movie. But Never Say Never Again came out same year after Pussy, and I would say after Pussy is a better James Bond movie, and I like it a lot better. And No Time to Die is one of the worst James Bond movies, and very forgettable. Okay, the only three things I remember about it is it got Sean Connery back in James Bond, came out the same year after Pussy, and made by a different company. Okay, other than that, very forgettable. Um, the other one is Casino Royale. Not the Daniel Craig one, but there was another James Bond movie that called Casino Royale in the 50s. I don't know what year it came out. I need to look it up. But there's another one, and it was kind of like a comedy parody, kind of like Austin Powers style, I believe. And and yeah, that's the only one I never seen before. Okay. But everything else, I think, even the Austin Powers, which I grew up with, and I love the Austin Powers movie, especially the first two, and always wanted see how they could have done with the Austin Powers 4. But okay, so that being said, I'm gonna briefly give you my ranking, and then next couple days I will rank the Austin Powers movie, give you my thoughts on the ending of No Time to Die, and with the my thoughts on like James Bond 26 and how would they do James Bond 26 and ranking all the James Bond actors. Okay, uh, so coming in at 25. If I had to say what my least favorite James Bond movie, and for the last couple weeks, this was very hard for me to do Cause I like all the Game Bombery. I can even watch like some of the work Game Bombery and people like critics and fans say, and get very entertainment out of it. Get a lot of entertainment out of it, a lot of fun with it. But uh, so I would say that coming in at 25th, my least favorite Game Bombery is Quantum of Solace. Okay, um, the action, sloppy, um, trying to be a direct sequel to one of the best game bomberies of all time, Casino Royale, and following it up with another story, Dominic Green, and he wasn't a good villain, Mr. Green, and and he wasn't that good of a villain. The only thing I like in the movie, uh, is like when James Bond gives Mr. Green a can of oil, and uh, yeah, and the Bond girl, her, I don't remember her name, but that's how it's forgettable. I never understand why there's a hotel. I think it's a hotel in the middle of a desert. Forgettable. I'm like, I never understand why there's a hotel in the desert and blowed up. Uh, People are bad mouthing this movie because of shaking cam. I can understand why. This movie would have been better if it was a standalone movie and they built on Dominic Green character more than being a direct sequel to Casino Royale and being revenge for Dominic. Being revenge of Beth Berlin. Going after the people that took down and killed Beth Berlin. Okay, because did that work for another James Bond movie? Diamond Off Forever? Nope. I would say this movie, take one or the other out. Focus on one. Focus on being a revenge movie, or focus on the plot with Dominic Green. You can't have both. If you focus on one and take the other one out, the movie would have been better. And fix the sloppy editing. Okay? But is it a movie everything? No, I can still watch it, enjoy it. I know there's a sad thing with that guy die. Um, you Matson and James Bond put him in the dumpster. That's another good thing. But overall, not a memorable James Bond movie. And not gonna go down as one of my favorite, and not gonna go down as a classic James Bond movie. Okay. Okay. Number 24. Uh, Die Another Day. This is the very first James Bond movie that I saw in theaters when I was a little kid, and I thought it was a great movie I ever saw. And I thought it was a great James Bond movie I ever saw. And I fell in love with it. I kept watching, the car chase with James Bond, driving on I with his invisible car on I, that car chase over and over when I was a kid. I kept putting the DVD in when I was a kid. Me and my brother would watch it over and over when we were little kids. And I thought it was awesome. I kept rewatching that action scene, that car chase, over and over. And then as I got older, I found out it was the worst James Bond movie of all time. But then I was like, well, do I still like it? Just because critics might say it's bad, like, Home Alone 2, but, but going back to here, I'd like, do I still like it? No, because, your mama, I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I found out they were trying to make a Jinx solo movie, or Jinx series. I'm like, thank goodness they didn't make a Jinx solo movie. She was one of the reasons why the movie bad. And not the movie not bad, not the main reason why it's bad, because James Bond is surfing on the iceberg, with the parachute and stuff, doing this, and every time people badmouth this movie, that's the main one of the main things people talk about. I'm like, I can give you 10 reasons why it's bad. Your mama, uh, Harry Berry, drink coming out of the water, imitating Honey Rider. I'm like, oh my goodness. Back in the early 2000s, they did not know how to make Harry Berry good. Oh my goodness. But the only good part of the movie was when James Bond got captured. I'm like, yeah, it had some good elements, but then they butchered it when it went on ice. But I had nostalgia for the movie because it was my very first James Bond movie in theater. And as I got older, I learned that it wasn't the worst James Bond movie ever. Okay? Um, Another one, okay, so Die Another Day, 24, number 23, A View to a Kill. And, what can I say? Um, I can put View to a Kill in the, I can put View to a Kill on my DVD of View to a Kill on and watch them from beginning to end, and get very much entertainment out of it, enjoyment out of it, and I can say I was not bored by it, and I can say, hurry up, let the movie be over. Like some movies today that I saw and say I was so bored by it. No, every time I watch View to a Kill, I can say I was not bored with it. No, but the problem with View to a Kill is a lot of stuff. The thing with the Beach Boys song, the thing with James Bond driving, the car getting cut in half, stuff like that hurt the movie. And don't just say, oh, because Roger Moore is so old at James Bond. No. You can have an old James Bond and be good. But you gotta know how to do it. Make it work good. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? Like the only good thing that I really liked was, I like stuff on Golden Gate Bridge, and I like when they were trapped in the elevator. Really good thing. And I like Christopher Walken. Okay. Um, Another one. Okay. Number 22 is Diamond or Forever. Um, in my opinion, the only good thing about this movie is the theme song. Diamond or Forever theme song is one of my favorite theme songs in the entire franchise. But everything else about this movie is very bad. It looked like it looked like uh, Sean Connery just came back just for the paycheck. The movie would have been better if it were George Lazenby coming back, and the whole movie was George Lazenby at Game Bond seeking out revenge for Blofeld for the death of his wife, Tracy Bond. If that was the whole movie, and Diamond Off Forever, it would have been a really awesome uh, James Bond movie. But the first 5 minutes of the movie was the continuation of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then the rest of the movie turned into one of the worst James Bond movie ever. Bambi and Stumper, and then the guy that played Blofeld, one of the guy that got killed, you only live twice. One of the things when James Bond was talking to him, and he got stabbed in the back and got killed. I'm like, how did he end up being Blofeld? I'm like, what? And don't get me started with like these two guys. And every time I see them in Diamond Off, I'm like, they are like gay. But all I can say is Diamond Off Forever. The only good thing about Diamond Off Forever is the theme song. It is one of the best. A good theme song with a bad movie. It should have been George Lazenby coming back, the whole movie, with George Lazenby seeking revenge for the death of his wife, Tracy Bond. That would have been an awesome movie. A good follow up to On Her Majesty's Secret Service. But we never got it. Number 21, The Man with the Golden Gun. This is actually a guilty pleasure for me because Francisco Scaramanga, wants to assassinate Bond and send a bullet to, I think, London. And that plot in the movie is actually really good, but they put a lot of stupid stuff in the movie. Like, you have a good plot, but you do stupid things. Uh, like, like, like you have a Bond girl, like James Bond shoving the Bond girl into the closet, and then bringing her out of the closet the next morning. She like one of the worst Bond girls ever. Let's see here, what is her name? Um, um, Mary Goodnight. Oh my goodness, she is definitely one of the worst James Bond girls ever. All I know is that she gets stuck in the closet. James Bond shoved her in the closet, and I'm like, what? And then um, um, the only really good thing I like in this movie is James Bond is him like his karate outfit, karate uniform. He bowed to his opponent and then kicked him in the face. Yeah, I like that. I wish we saw him more doing judo, taekwondo, karate, all that kind of stuff. Martial arts. Uh, but it was just like 5 minutes. Uh, Sheriff J.D. Pepper came back. Um, he should not be in this movie. I didn't mind him in Live and Let Die, but this one, it took it too far. You, you, you're that secret agent, and then They did that corny jump with that noise. Uh, he had one good funny line in this movie that was really good. We're Democrats. Yeah. Um, yeah. A good plot, but they hurt the plot by doing a bunch of stupid things. Like James Bond swallowed the bullet from a belly dancer. I'm like, come on, this could have been a good James Bond movie. But they make James Bond do stupid things and put a lot of other stupid stuff in the movie. And Christopher Lee is an awesome actor. Played Count Dooku. He was in Star Wars. He was in Lord of the Rings. And then here in James Bond, he thought he was going to also be awesome in James Bond, but in James Bond, he wasn't that good. He was better in Star Wars. He was better in Lord of the Rings. Come on. Okay. Number 20. This is a James Bond movie. Number 20, and Tomorrow Never Die. I thought the action scene was weak and not that memorable. And the villain is forgettable. Carver, forgettable. I never find that the 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 thing, the action scene with James Bond is driving in the backseat in the car with remote control in the parking garage. Is that forgettable? Is that memorable? Is forgettable? I am a fan of Pierre Brosnan and James Bond. It's just that they never do his James Bond movie justice, and they always put stupid action scene in his movie. The only good action scene in this movie is the opening thing. I'm like, what? Like when you watch the James Bond movie, Tomorrow Never Die, and you watch the opening, when you watch the opening of the Tomorrow Never Die, you're like, well, this actually might be a good follow up to GoldenEye. And then the rest of the movie is forgettable. But the opening of Tomorrow Never Die is actually a really good sequence. But then the rest of the movie is forgettable. Yeah, they could have done better with the motorcycle chase and helicopter. They could have done something like what they did with Captain America and stuff in the Winter Soldier. I wish they would went something like that. That would have been awesome and made the movie a lot better. But yeah, Tomorrow Never Die, number 20. Um, 19, Acceptance. I think this movie is underrated. Um, the best thing about this movie, the best thing in this movie is the opening thing and Mexico City, and all the other fight scenes throughout the movie either boring or bad or just okay. Like like the car chase scene could have been better. They just butcher it by um, letting that guy get in front of James Bond car and kind of making a joke out of it. When James Bond, pushed all the buttons and it didn't work. I did like the fight scene with M fighting the other guy. That was a good fight scene. Um, but I didn't like the way they handle they handle a Blofeld in the movie, but I did like the fight scene on the train. That's probably the second best fight scene in the movie, besides the opening of the movie. But it's not the best. This is just the okay James Bond movie, but uh, it got some good fight scenes, but they just butcher them and could they go back and refit them, and could have been better. Okay, but if I put it on, watch it from beginning to end, I would definitely be entertained. And 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 I would like, I could sit here and be like, if you change that and change that and change that thing around, then that thing would be better, and that thing would be better, and I think more fans would like the movie better. Okay? Um, number 18. Number 18 is the James Bond movie. Number 18 is You Only Live Twice. And so he's coming in at number 18 for me. And this is a James Bond movie that I have mixed feelings about. I don't totally like it and totally hate it. But this is a James Bond movie. I still like it. And every time I watch it, I still enjoy it. I still like the opening when James Bond dies, and then you find out that he just faked his death. And I would say my favorite thing in the movie is all the stuff with the volcano layer, and James Bond meets Blofeld, all the action stuff. It reminds me of similar to the scene, all the stuff in uh, The Fire Who Loved Me. But all this stuff in between the opening and the volcano layer, those are my two favorite things in the movie: the opening and the volcano layer. But all the other stuff in the movie, I say, I'm I would say it's boring or disappointing or a mixed feeling on. Okay. Um, Number 17, another James Bond movie. Another James Bond movie where Austin Powers made fun of. Definitely in The Spy Who Shagged Me. Because, they go to outer space in The Spy Who Shagged Me. The reason why they make Moonraker because the successful, popular Star Wars, they said, well, let's take James Bond into outer space. Uh, every time I watch Moonraker, I am very entertained by it, and I get very much invested in Moonraker. Uh, I think all the stuff that I am very much invested by it is all uh, the John and James Bond chasing each other. The stuff where he like bites the cable. I'm very liking that. But what hurts me with the movie and stuff, bird blinking his eye, the guy come out of the casket and throw the knife, it become a joke. Um, and I really don't know how I feel about Jaws coming good. And I really don't know how I feel about Jaws coming good and not dying. Um, but I would still say that Jaws is one of my favorite henchmen of all time. I do like the thing with James Bond fights the python or the big snake, what you call it. That's probably like one of the best scenes in the movie. Uh, and I do like the thing where I think James Bond fight to shoot that guy out of the tree when he like having shoot like a shooting contest with Drac, and then he goes to that room trying to choke Q and M. They're thumping in the room or something, and and he thought something and tried to choke M and Q and goes in there and not there no more. They get mad and then and um, James Bond says, "Well, I got this out of the room," and like this. So yeah, and I do like the opening when James Bond fall out of the airplane with a parachute, kind of like Captain America fall out of the airplane and went to soldier without a parachute. So this is very entertaining James Bond movie that campy but entertainment for me. And I didn't mind. Uh, I didn't mind James Bond going into outer space. Something different. So in number um, 17. Now, the next James Bond movie that I have at number 16, it might be in your top 5. Some of y'all be in your top 5 James Bond movie, or in your top 10, or your top 3. Or some of y'all, it might be your favorite James Bond movie. The big James Bond movie, I have it at number 15. And coming in number 15, it's From Much of a Love. Now, I believe now when I review For Much of a Love on my channel, I gave it like an A or A plus. It's still a good looking, gorgeous James Bond movie, but it's not a James Bond movie. It's not one of those James Bond movies that I want to watch over and over again. To be honest, I'll probably rather watch Moonraker. And but I am one of those James Bond fans that I always find For Much of a Love boring. To be honest, the only thing that in this movie that I probably gave this movie like an A or A plus for is probably like the last 30 or 40 minutes of the movie for. Okay, probably like the last hour. All the stuff when they're on the train, and he fights the guy from Jaws, and they have a big fight in the train, and stuff where he shoots the boat and they explode. He shoots the helicopter. Um, he fights the lady with the knife out of her shoe. Yeah, all of that is probably why I gave the movie either A or A plus. I don't remember what I gave it, but I know I gave it at least an A or A plus on my channel in my review of this movie. But all the other stuff before you get to those stuff in the movie, I find boring. Okay. So, but when you get to those stuff in the movie, that's when I enjoy it. But all the other stuff, I find boring. Um, 15 is uh The World Is Not Enough, and coming in number 15, I believe The World Is Not Enough is a underrated Pure Boston James Bond movie, and it's an underrated James Bond movie in general. People always badmouth the movie because the action scene's boring, or the cast of Christopher Jones. character is bad. Uh, I do believe her character is boring and miscast. Some people say she looks like Laura Croft. All that I agree with. About Laura Croft, Christopher Jones, the action theme. I have nostalgia for playing the World Now Enough on the Nintendo 64. Um, and I believe that this is Pierre Brosnan darkest James Bond movie that he made, more darker than GoldenEye. Um, and every time I rewatch this movie, I like it more and more. I wish they would have the way I would probably fix this movie is made Electric King the main villain, and uh, fix that girl, Kristen Jones. The name, have a different actor playing the Bond girl. Okay, those are some of the things I will fix the movie with. Okay, but I like it. Um, number number 14 is one of the movies that it's a James Bond movie that some people say it's one of the worst James Bond movies, but I find very entertainment, enjoyable from beginning to end, and that is Octopussy. And Octopussy number 14 on my list. And um, so always the bad gonna stand above the good. So when we talk about Octopussy, people are gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's the movie where James Bond dressed up as a clown." Well, that's a James Bond movie where James Bond yell like Tarzan and swing from rope and yell like Tarzan. Uh, but for me, Octopussy was always very enjoyable James Bond movie. Um, Cause I always like how Q had a bigger role in this movie. I like the India location. I like the fighting in between the trains. One person said this is the bad guy goes. This is for my brother, and then and Damon said this is for 009. So and so I enjoy it. Okay, if you take and my theory is if James Bond didn't dress by the clown and he didn't swing from rope and yelling at like Tarzan, would it movie get a better uh, review and more praise from the critics and fans? Okay, that's why I would like to know, cause I like it. Okay, and I'm looking beyond James Bond dressing as the clown, yelling like Tarzan. Cause I like the action scene, shooting and shoot out in between the train and stuff. It's very good. Number 13. Um, 13 is No Time to Die. the last Daniel Craig Jane Bond movie, and right now I saw it 3 times in theater. Opening night with my uh, dad. 3 days later, um, with my mom. 3 days later after that with my brother. And um, um, I only had like 2 problems with the movie, but the action thing, some of the best action things in the Daniel Craig era. My favorite thing in the movie is when Logan Ash get knocked out of the car when the car flipped over, and uh, Logan Ash said, uh, "Help me up, brother," and James Bond goes, "I had a brother. His name was Felix Leiter," and then he pushed the car down over, and the car rolled over with Logan Ash and killed her. My favorite thing in the entire movie. That's something you would see in like Logan. That's something Wolverine would do in Logan. Okay? So, if you've seen the movie, let me know what's your favorite thing in the movie. That's my favorite thing in No Time to Die. And when I reviewed the movie, I gave it an A. And the only like couple things that I have problem with the movie that hold it back for me from not giving it like an A minus or A plus, and I'll briefly tell you why. Real quick. Um, the Naomi character, played by Lana Lett, they keep calling her, 007, and I didn't like that. I wish she would just, soldier in the movie, and she would just be called Naomi. That's it. Don't be called 007. So I wish she would just be called Naomi in the movie. That's it. And don't be called 007. And also another thing I didn't like was uh, the ending. I'm like 50-50. 50-50 on the ending. The ending that killed James Bond. That killed Blofeld. We saw that in For Your Darling. And then they never mentioned Blofeld never again until Spectre. And then they killed Spirit Lighter. But the ending and Naomi 007. So, but the ending, I'm 50-50. And then the credit, at the end of the credit, it says, James Bond will return. So I'm like, but he dead. How he gonna come back? In a reboot? A different time period? Like back in the Cold War again? Or with another actor? Uh, a different time period? I don't know. So, uh, I'm like 50-50 on it. But I give it A because it is a good conclusion to the Daniel Craig era of his five movies. But um, I can sit here all day and talk about the ending and um, and what they might do. And I might even do a video about that. But yeah, those are my only 2 problems I have with the movie. And to be honest, I'm not totally mad about the ending. I'm not totally liking the ending. So I'm 50-50. I don't totally like the ending. I don't totally love the ending. Okay, but I do like the action thing in the movie and plot and everything else. Okay. Um, so with that being said, for No Time to Die came in number 13. Number 12 is The Living Daylight, and uh, I think Timothy Dalton is very underrated at James Bond. People don't give him credit. People uh, people always talk about Sean Connery the best, Pim Monster, or nowadays people say, oh no, Daniel Craig. I'm like, hey, listen, man, listen. If it wasn't for Timothy Dalton, it wouldn't be no Daniel Craig. And back then, people weren't ready for a dark James Bond. Okay? And when I was younger, I wasn't used to Timothy Dalton. So, when I was younger, and I didn't really like Timothy Dalton, it took me a little bit over the years to get used to Timothy Dalton. Like I said, when I was younger, the three James Bond that I was in love with as a kid was Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and Pierce Brosnan. They were my favorite James Bond actors. Then over the years, I came to love Timothy Dalton and and the Living Daylight is really good and underrated. Okay, and I like the blonde henchman in the movie. One of my favorite henchmen, the guy that had the choking people. Okay, and I like the thing with James Bond get mad and pop the balloon at the carnival. Very good. Uh, number 11. This is just my personal opinion. Most fans nowadays or critics would say this is the number one James Bond movie. But for me, it comes in number 11, and I will explain why. So number 11 is Casino Royale. Um, I love Casino Royale. I love all the action scenes. I especially love the action scene where he fights the guy on a water tank truck on the runway at the airport. One of my favorite action scenes in the movie of Casino Royale. Uh, it's just that I'm one of the people that when you say something a million times, like this is the best movie, this is the best, like 100 times for like last 5 or 10 years, I'm gonna get annoyed by it. Like everyone saying The Dark Knight the best or Casino Royale the best, so on and so forth. Um, um, with Casino Royale, I do have a problem with it. Like people saying let's see. I do find him boring. I like the guy that played Lachie, Mickelson. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, I like him better and more in Doctor Strange. Okay, he is a good actor. He did Casino Royale. He did a good job, but I just find him boring as a villain, and uh, I like him better in Doctor Strange. And uh, I'm excited to see him in Indiana Jones 5. Okay, um, Yeah, okay, but I like this movie for the action thing. Um, and the funny thing about this movie is that when they announced Daniel Craig as James Bond, people badmouth Daniel Craig as James Bond. You can't have a blonde, blue-eyed James Bond actor. And then when they came out, that changed people's minds. So let's see what happened when the next James Bond, if people do that again, have a deja vu again, start bad mouthing the next James Bond actor, whoever they announce as the next James Bond. They'll bad mouth him, and then when his movie come out, they'll praise him again. Just like they did this, praise the new actor after they bad mouth him. Okay? Um, so, um, yeah. Okay, but I do like it, and every time I watch it, I enjoy it. The reason why I enjoy it because of the action scene. Some of the best action scenes in the entire franchise. Okay? And some of the best action scenes in the entire Daniel Craig era. Okay? Number 10 is Skyfall. And Skyfall is my favorite um, Daniel Craig James Bond movie. So, Daniel Craig made 5, and I would put Skyfall as my favorite Daniel Craig James Bond movie. It had my favorite opening of all the Daniel Craig James Bond movies out of all 5 of his James Bond movies. Take the bloody shot. Agent down. And he fall. I love the opening. Um, I love the ending when M dies. It's sad. For me, it's more sadder than James Bond dies and No Time to Die. Okay? And I will talk about that in another video. Silver for the good villain. Um, yeah, so a good James Bond movie. My favorite Daniel Craig James Bond movie. Okay? No. So I think that some people have Casino Royale as their favorite Daniel Craig James Bond movie. And then some people have Skyfall as their favorite. For me, I'm one of those people that have Skyfall as my favorite Daniel Craig James Bond movie. Okay? Number 9, For Your Idolatry. Um, the reason I like that movie is because I'm one of the people that I prefer the old James Bond movie more. I like the theme song, one of my favorite James Bond theme songs in the franchise. I like the reference to Tracy Bond, automatic the Secret Service in the opening when he goes to the grave. I like how he fights Goldfinger in the opening. Um, I like how dark Roger Moore and James Bond went when he kicked the car off the cliff. Stuff like that. Really awesome. Okay? Now, don't get mad at me because I didn't put none of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies in the top 5. It's in my personal list. Okay? Um, number 8. Um, number 8 is Goldfinger. Um, Now you're probably wondering, man, he didn't put Casino Royale at number one or Skyfall or Goldfinger. Now, out of all the game bombery, Goldfinger is the game bomber that I've seen the most. Okay, and I know how it ends, and I know all the famous lines in the movie like, "Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." Okay, um, um, this is the game bombery that this is the number one game bombery that I would say that um, if you never seen a game bombery, then show it to a newcomer and see what they would say after watching this. And this would be their test. Okay, that'd be like saying uh, if a person that don't never seen a Spider-Man movie show them like Spider-Man 2 or something. Okay, but so this is the test for any person that never seen James Bond, and to show them this and see if they like it or not. Okay, and they don't like it, then most likely they will not become a James Bond fan, and probably not, in my opinion, probably not gonna like any of the James Bond movies. According to the critics, this is the best one. I think it got like 99%, 95 to 99% of Rotten Tomatoes. Uh, uh, it got, do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I bet you to die. It got the, uh, hot dog, throw the hat, cut the statue head off. Who's you? I ain't particular. I might be dreaming. Where's Goldfinger? Flying here, going hot. So, yeah. And even the theme song, is one of the best in the franchise. Like I said, this is one of my favorites, and definitely my top 10. And this is the number one game bomb movie that I've seen the most of all time. Okay? Um, like I said, if you got somebody you know that never seen any game bomb movie, show them that and see what they say after watching that. Okay? Number, number, um, number 7, Thunderball for me. Um, Now, some people don't like Thunderball, other people like it. For me, I actually like Thunderball more than Goldfinger, but Thunderball and Goldfinger would be in my top 10, and a couple of days later from now, I will do like my top like 12 favorite James Bond movies of all time, and Goldfinger and Thunderball will be in my top 12 favorite James Bond movies of all time. Um, but the reason why I like Thunderball is because the stuff that people criticize, I don't mind. You know, I hear some people criticize they don't like the stuff with the James Bond Game of Thrones. They find boring. Uh, the underwater fight scene, I don't mind. Um, the redhead girl, She won the best James Bond henchwoman in the entire series, up there with Dina on the top. I like the stuff where James Bond limping and running away, trying to get away, and then the redhead girl beat up with him and do a little dance before some gun come down and shoot her. James Bond used her as a human shield. Fantastic. The thing when James Bond gets in the tank with the shark, very good. And then you got the number two, and Austin Powers make fun of number two, and all three of the James Bond movies. I mean, all three of the Austin Power movies. So, Thunderbolt, I really do like, and every time I go back and watch it, I enjoy it more and more. Okay. Number six. It's a game movie that it get more respect by more fans nowadays, and some people consider it one of their favorites, and that is On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Now, this is still my VHS tape on Her Majesty's Secret Service from my childhood, and I remember buying this with my dad when I was little at Walgreens, and going home with me and my brother, putting this in the VCR, and we watched a few minutes of it, and we were laughing, saying this is one of the worst James Bond movies ever. But over the years, I come to appreciate George Lazenby as James Bond. Come to appreciate Diane Red as Tracy Bond. She's one of the most beautiful Bond girls of all time. I come to appreciate Kelly Savalas. I think he's the best. Royale. It has the status. Uh, I think still has the status ending to any Bond movie. So some of y'all might debate. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think is the status ending to a Bond movie? Is it On Her Majesty's Secret Service? Is it No Time to Die? Or is it Casino Royale? Or is it Skyfall? For me, I would say On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the status ending of any Bond movie for me. With a great line by James Bond, quite right, really. We got all the time in the world. She's having a rest. You know. So it's good. And they made a reference to it. We got all the time in the world and No Time to Die. Because the reason why they did that, because On Her Majesty's Secret Service is an awesome James Bond movie, and people didn't know that until many years later after multiple viewings of it. Just like me. And I always call On Her Majesty's Secret Service like a romance movie. Number 5, an underrated James Bond movie, and that is Liking to Kill. And one of my favorite James Bond movies. I really like Liking to Kill. Out of all the Jane Bomberies, this is the Jane Bombery that I believe that could and should have went where they are. This is out of all the Jane Bomberies, the most violent Jane Bombery. Okay? There is no more violent Jane Bombery than Liking to Kill. Okay, don't tell me Christina Royale or Spectre or No Time to Die or Quantum of Solace or Skyfall or GoldenEye or any other Jane Bombery is more violent than Liking to Kill. Liking to Kill is the most violent Jane Bombery ever, and it's a very for PG-13, and I like it. And yet Daniel Craig had yet to make a violent Jane Bombery like Liking to Kill. Most of Daniel Craig's Jane Bombery are just action Jane Bombery, just action movies. Okay? Now people say that Daniel Craig Jane Bombery are dark, but they're not as dark as Liking to Kill. Yeah, in Christina Royale, the guy take a rope and whip his penis. That's dark. But if you watch this, the movie could have went where they are. Like there's a thing where the guy get fed to the shark. Another guy his head explode and you see the blood. Uh, another guy get on fire and you see him falling down as he's on fire, burning alive. I'm like, yeah, no other James Bond movie ever done that. And I really like that. And but the thing is, people wasn't ready for that kind of violence of a James Bond movie. James Bond go that dark, and it did not it didn't do that good at the box office. And but I like it and one of my favorites. And every time I go back and watch it, I'm like, why don't more people talk about this movie? I'd rather talk more about this movie than some of the other more famous ones. And I wish Timothy Dalton would done his third James Bond movie. I wish he would have been in GoldenEye. I wish he would have done his third one, which would be called Property of a Lady. Okay? So, Liking to Kill, one of my favorites, highly recommended for a diehard fan, casual fan, or even newcomers. Okay? And, okay? Number 4, GoldenEye. And GoldenEye is unmissable. And you got the stand up. I can't breathe. And James for England? No, for me. No. She always did enjoy a good scream. Um. So so um. So this is it. For a lot of people, uh, a a one of the best game bombery. One of the best video game of all time. Nintendo 64, GoldenEye, um, a great nostalgic game bombery. A lot of people they grew up watching it in their childhood. Uh, I remember watching it when I was like 5 or 6 years old or 7, and seeing Junior on the top, Question, Atmel, and that was weird. I love the tank chase. Game Bond driving the tank through Moscow. Um, Sean Bean and Double Fit. I love Boris and the Invincible. I just wish Tim Boston would have made more Game Bombers that were good at this. But in my opinion, he's the best looking James Bond out of all the James Bond actors. Okay, but if you look up the producers in them, they wanted him like the most. I think they couldn't get him for a while because he was in his Remington Steel contract. I wonder what it's like for Tim Bronson to be in James Bond and The Living Daylight or on her Majesty's Secret Service. But but he did a good job, and uh, yeah, I believe this is Phantom Jansen best role that she ever made, best movie she ever made. When I think of Phantom Jansen, I always think of on the top, crushing the Admiral and stuff. Um, but this is a really good game bomber, and probably a favorite for a lot of fans. Okay, number 3, um, Live and Let Die is one of my favorite James Bond theme songs, like Paul McCartney and Wings. Um, what else I can say? Live and Let Die. I just love the way, the reason why it's one of my favorites is because I like the theme song. I like the way Roger Moore looked at James Bond and his very first outing. I like the boat chase thing. Very entertaining. I like the guy with the metal arm. I like James Bond running on the back of the crocodile. Very iconic. Um, I like it when James Bond get in the taxi, and a few minutes later, the taxi driver gets killed. So, so this is a very entertaining James Bond movie for me from beginning to end. Some people, this is uh, one of the worst and weak James Bond movies from them. That's one of the reasons why I like James Bond franchise. Some people, this is one of their favorite, and for some people, it's one of the worst. Just like From What You Will Love, it's one of their favorite. For some people, it's one of their favorite. For some people, it's one of their least favorite. Um, okay. Number 2, Dr. No. Uh, I just love Dr. No. This is one that a lot of people don't really talk about that much. Uh, I just love Jack Lloyd as Through the Lighter. I wish he would have been Through the Lighter every time they had Through the Lighter in the game Bombery. Um, I just love the opening. When James Bond came on screen, he goes, bomb, game bomb, and his cigarette. flop up and down. I love when he's on the beach going underneath the mango tree like that. Who's there? And Honey Rider don't care about Game Bond. Looking at her, she don't worry about her seashell. Hilarious. And then Coral and worry about telling them that there's a dragon. It's not a dragon. It's just a tank that shoots out a flamethrower. So yeah, uh, a good game memory. My favorite Sean Connery game memory. I even liked it when he wakes up in the middle of the night and there's a tarantula on the arm and he jumps up and hits him with a newspaper. Very good. Um, my favorite coming in number one is Spy Who Loved Me. My favorite James Bond theme song, Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon. Um, my favorite James Bond henchman, John. I love how they go into the water, the car, turn into a submarine. I love it how they go into Egypt. Uh, I love the bickering, the tension between back and forth between the Triple X and James Bond. Drop the movie. It's good. Okay. Um, so very entertaining James Bond movie. Some people this is not a good game memory for them. But for me, it's the best Roger Moore game memory. And for me, it's my favorite game memory. Uh, um, now, for me, I can watch any game memory and then I can walk away and say, I had a blast. I enjoyed that movie. I wasn't bored. So, next couple days, I will try to tell y'all what are my most favorite game memories. One that I enjoy the most, and which one that are my favorite. So that's coming down the road in the next couple days, and let me know how you rank them. So, like I said, if I had to rank them, 25 to 1 is how I would rank them. Okay? So, thank y'all, and into my channel, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.